Hi friends, today I'm going to share with you the top 10 tips for success in the stock markets and making money from the markets. So when it comes to the markets, there are certain important concepts and some tips which I'm sure you'll find it valuable in terms of earning money from the markets and getting success over there. So let us see what we can do in the markets to make a lot of money. Yes, so welcome to this session on top 10 tips on stock market. Now, when you're talking about the markets, there are three important aspects of trading and investment. The first one is understanding what are the concepts of the markets. So in the concepts, after the concepts, I'll be giving you the top 10 tips and what would be your next step towards success in the markets. So the first concept is versus a technical versus fundamental analysis. So when it comes to technical analysis, it is analyzing the charts and the patterns and understanding that what is a good time to buy in terms of the analysis part. Fundamental analysis comes afterwards, after the results have already been declared. But by the time the good news comes, we find that the price has already gone up and then you miss the bus. So why technical analysis is important is one most important concept. The second concept is of the role of mind while taking the trades. Mind plays a very important role when it comes to trading in the markets and also the investment. The third concept would be of money management. So unless you know how to manage your money, it is possible that you might lose your money by not following the money management rules. So these are certain basic concepts which I said let me introduce you to them and quickly after this let us go to the top 10 stock market success tips. So the first tip I would say is never chase, right? So we find many times that the price is just shooting up. And in those scenarios, you should not chase the market, right? Because if you do, we have seen that the price does come down. It is my experience that almost 90% of the times, if the price goes up, it does come down and then you get opportunities over there also. Now, the second tip I would like to give you is don't average in case the trade goes against you. So sometimes you find that you have bought at a certain level and then the price starts falling and you feel, oh, let me buy something more, some more quantity and then my average price will come down. So you do that, right? But then what happens? The price goes even more further down. Then you would average more and more and more. And every time you're putting good money after bad trades and you keep on increasing your losses. So never do that, never average. The third thing which I'd like to tell you is never catch a falling knife. Sometimes you find that the price of a stock is falling and falling, right? So when it starts falling, you might feel tempted, oh, let me buy it here. But that is not the right time, guys, to buy, because it is possible that from where you buy, the price might fall even much more further. Let the knife fall and then afterwards probably you can still pick it up. Okay. So that was the third tip. Keep it simple. Now there are so many people who make things very complicated, right? You try to see what is the alpha, beta, theta. So keep it very simple when it comes to trading and investment. We have to learn price action analysis. Remember the technical analysis which I told you. So technical analysis is nothing but the analysis of the price. So when the price starts moving, why does the price start moving? Because there is demand. Why there is demand? Because somebody somewhere knows about this stock, right? And if somebody knows about it and the price starts going up, that is the time when we recognize the charts and that is where we start buying, and then that's how we make the profit in the market. Avoid news-based trades. So when you're taking the trades which are based on news, then you find that probably you are the last person to know it. So if this is happening, then understand that you will never make profits, because the time to buy was much earlier when the news came out. So if you're finding all these tips very useful, I would request you to put you can comment on this, you can post it also, you can share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this video, right? Now let us go ahead with the seventh one. The seventh one says that avoid trading based on tips. You get lots of tips from your friends, relatives, and so many channels, Telegram channels especially nowadays, that you buy this, you buy that. But please guys, don't do that. It is very dangerous, very harmful for your money, and a lot of people are losing money just because they are trading based on tips. The next one I would like to tell you is never trade against the tide. You have to see how the tide is. Tide is, I would mean, how is the trend. So if the trend is against you, let's say, then never go against that against the trend, because if the trend if you're going against the trend, obviously you're doing something wrong, and that's how you'll end up making losses. So that was the 8th one. Next one I would like to tell you is, don't buy just because the stock is cheap. Many times that you might find, oh, the stock was 300, now it has come to 150. So let me buy, it is cheaper now, almost 50%. So you buy it at 150. But after that, what you see, that the price continues falling and it falls more and more. It falls probably till 75 also. So probably what you thought was the cheapest price, what you bought, now becomes in the next 1 year, that becomes the highest price. So never do that. Never buy just because a stock is cheap. So how are you finding these tips? If you're finding this useful, type super useful in the chat box and comment box. Last one I would like to tell you is, don't be emotionally involved. If you get emotionally involved with a stock, and it might be a good stock, you might feel, oh, there is such a brand, okay, so and so company, so and so brand, how can I sell those shares? But guys, remember one thing, you have to sell no matter what if the trend reverses, because we have seen that even some good stocks, right, they are in uptrend and sometimes they can be on a major downtrend also. So once a downtrend starts, that is better to exit from the trade and come out of it with the profits. So these are the top 10 trades, top 10 success tips which I have given you. I hope they are useful for you, and as I said, don't forget to press the subscribe button here. Now what would be your next steps? The next steps would be, you can meet me live for my next free webinar which I am taking, which are normally on Thursdays and Saturdays. There is a link below in the description box, and you can find a link there and you can come and meet me live on the webinar which I am taking on Thursdays and on Sundays. The next week I'm going to give you a free gift. One video clip I'll be showing you on stock market basics, right? So please go and click on that, and you will be getting a link to the video on which I've shared how the stock market works and what are the stock market basics. So especially if you are a beginner, then you can get a very good idea from there by watching that video. And lastly, I can also invite you to join my VIP group, which I call it as a Market Mavericks group. That link is also there in the description box below if you're watching on this on YouTube, right? So thank you once again for watching this. This is Paresh Ram Desai, Sankalp Adventure. I hope this video was useful. Please share it with your friends, and don't forget to comment on this and subscribe on this. And God bless and happy investing. Bye.